desperate exodus. More than 1.5 million Ukrainians have fled the country. The UN says this is now the fastest growing refugee crisis since World War II in Europe. Meanwhile, missiles are pounding key cities in Ukraine. Food, water, medicine, and almost every other supply now in short supply in the port city of Mariupol. Russian forces are slamming the city with heavy attacks. President Volodymyr Zelensky still calling on world leaders for military aid. Today, an airport was destroyed. And tonight, our team around the world joins us again. We have it covered from the battlefield to the White House. Let's start tonight in Ukraine with NewsNation correspondent Robert Sherman. And Robert, today we saw another failed ceasefire attempt.
We did, Ruta Bay, and this ceasefire was designed in order to help get civilians out of some of these war-torn cities and allow them to flee. But once again, it's been called off. Put simply, Ruta Bay, being out and about anywhere in southern and eastern Ukraine can be pretty dangerous. The new reality in the streets of Ukraine. Here in Irpin, just outside Kyiv, 3 people were killed trying to escape the onslaught, including 2 children. In total, more than 2,000 civilian lives have been claimed since the invasion began, according to Ukraine's State Emergency Service. In central Ukraine, missiles today hitting an airport, leaving behind a plume of black smoke. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky taking to social media to condemn the attack.
Вони продовжують знищувати нашу інфраструктуру, наше життя, яке будували ми.
Down south of Mariupol tonight, the port city is under increased attacks from a ferocious Russian onslaught. A second attempt to evacuate civilians from the besieged city in southern Ukraine broke down Sunday amid renewed Russian shelling. Food, water, and medicine are in short supply in Mariupol, where Russian and Ukrainian forces had agreed to an 11-hour ceasefire that would allow civilians and the wounded to be evacuated. But Ukrainian officials said Russian attacks quickly closed the humanitarian corridor. Over in western Ukraine, volunteers work tirelessly to package food supplies and send them to cities under siege.
It's difficult to see all those things and strugglings and violence, but I'm also inspired by the spirit of people and that people are united.
Meanwhile, President Zelensky continues to call for a no-fly zone over Ukraine to shut out Russian aircraft.
Ми повторюємо кожного дня: закрити небо над Україною, закрити для всіх російських ракет.
Just today, a 500-kilogram bomb fell on a residential building without exploding. NATO has made clear that a no-fly zone is not on the table, but U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken says they're examining other options to assist the Ukrainians.
We're looking actively now at the question of airplanes that Poland may provide to Ukraine, and looking at how we might be able to backfill should Poland decide to produce those, supply those planes.
While much of the world sees Russia as the aggressor, Russian President Vladimir Putin turned the blame for the war back on Ukraine and said the invasion could be halted only if Kyiv ceases hostilities. Russian sentiments regarding the war remain mixed. Over 4,000 have been arrested, some beaten protesting the invasion. Still, some believe their president has made the right call.
That's a preventative blow. It's true it costs thousands of lives. It is bitter. It is painful. But what else is there to do? Wait until they attack us?
And both Russia and Ukraine are slated to return to the negotiating table to discuss peace this week. Ruta Bay.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.